It's an honor to be here with you. Thank you very much. I love this topic, and I just haven't had a chance to share on it for a while. So I'm like, this was really cool to update the stuff I had and put a new kind of take on it together. So I will go ahead and share my screen
Awesome.
to help us walk through that. All right, we should be seeing that right now, correct?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, perfect,
You're good to go.
perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So this is all about figuring out what is your vision, as we just heard us talk a little bit about what are you passionate about, and how do we meld those things together to have a rock star business. So what we're going to do is talk about how you figure out what your Ikigai is, and we'll go into a little bit more detail about that in a moment, and how you can then align that with what you're doing for your business, how that all plays together. And as Latara just was just talking about, you're building a business you're passionate about, has the opportunity to be profitable, and we'll talk through kind of how we figure that out as we go along here. So, have you heard of Ikigai? If you have not, that's exactly how it's pronounced, Ikigai. It is a Japanese practice which helps you align all these pieces together, right? How you can resonate with what you're passionate about. What does the world need? What will people pay for? And as you combine all those things together, you should end up with a business you have a lot of passion about and that a lot of people are going to want to interact with. So it's how to put all those pieces together. This helps you also, as this is showing you, prevent burnout. If you're passionate about what you're doing, get fulfillment from it, it's a lot harder to get burned out doing it because you're getting that fulfillment piece along the way. I love helping people, helping business owners, and that enabled me to build a business that helps business owners and attracts that audience. And I've been around for 20 plus years, so that's working out pretty well. So the first thing, and this is a little bit interactive, the first thing I want you to think about is, what do you love to do? And what are you good at? So Latara, do you want to be our interactive audience for today?
Sure, sure. I love solving problems, helping people. I love creating strategies. I love graphic design. I love being creative. All of those things.
Well, that's good. That's perfect. Now, of that, what do you think the world needs of those, associated with those kind of passions, but what is the world looking for?
Um, hmm. What's a good way to figure that out?
Well, part of this by observing around you, right? And I
Right.
think in this case, we can narrow it down just a titch to, what do business owners in the world need? What are they
Hmm.
looking for?
Right.
So
Right.
I would dare to surmise that business owners are looking for a way to get their vision across, right? A way to
Hmm.
communicate that in a way that is attractive and resonates with other business owners.
Yes.
So that kind
I love that. Yes.
of
Well said. Well put.
thank you. Thank you. Um, and as we go into this next phase, do we think they would pay for it?
Yes, for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're kind of lining up you, whether you did this on purpose or not, what you ended up putting together is resonating down this path, right? With
Hmm.
ideal marketing solutions.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so as we put that together, you have passion around it, you're good at it. I loved your presentation last week about personal branding. Um, you're able to communicate that in a way that attracts people and in a way that people will pay you for it. So oddly enough, you're pretty well lined up.
Wonderful.
And for those
Can
of you,
you,
oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so for those of you who are not with us today but watching the replay, go through that same thought process for yourself. What are you passionate about? What are you good at? What does the world need? And will they pay for it? And you kind of narrow in on what you're doing. And part of the opportunity of this exercise is to look at what you're doing today. Excuse me. And is that aligned? And if it's not aligned, what's the gap?
Can you can you give me and the folks watching a clearly defined separation between profession and vocation? What's the difference?
That is a good question. um, so vocation is kind of the whole what you get from fulfillment from what you want to be able to do. You turn it into a profession, and now people are paying for it.
Uh-huh.
So does that
Okay.
help?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, when they match up, that's a great place to be. Your vocation of what you're good at and what you enjoy doing matches up with what people will pay for. So you can turn it into a profession.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. No problem. We enjoy questions here. So again, especially if you're watching the replay, pause it right here and take some time to reflect through these questions. And I love the way it starts with, what do you enjoy doing, even if you don't get paid for it? So let's start with that. What do you enjoy doing, even if you're not getting paid for it? And they can roll into the next questions about, and I like this one as well. What do people consistently ask you for help with? So people are asking you for help when they're seeing you as an authority on that thing. And if they keep asking you, they're getting value out of what your response is. So that's kind of building us towards, if people keep asking me questions about this thing, I wonder if other people will start to pay for that answer, right? And then that can just roll you right into combining that with the things that people already pay you for, right? Where's that crossover? Where's that gap? And can you align that more closely as you work through this? So, and this really gets back, these questions are really driving us into that alignment piece. What's going on with your current business? You're offering the things you might be able to offer based on what you just talked about as far as what people are asking you questions about. What are people seeking your advice on? Are you actually have those built into your business to have people pay you for that information? If not, that's a great gap to close, right? If lots of people are asking you for this advice, but you don't have it as part of your business model, services, products, that is a gap to close. And feel free to take a screenshot of this, but this is a way for you to kind of walk through the things that we just talked about and start mapping out your business from an Ikigai perspective now. You've gone through that thought process. What do you love to do? What are people asking you about? What value are you already providing to people? Rolling that into your business model for products and services, and then announce, roll out, market that new product or service or what else has been added. Welcome, Gwen.
I apologize for being late. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's the beauty of the replay, right? Is you can watch the parts that you missed. So your next steps on this particular process is to identify those gaps, look at how you'll align them and update your business model, again, products or services, and then look at how you can measure the results from that. And that's a great callback to some of our other presentations about goals and achievement, etc. And then you can get support from people who can help you with that and go through that process with you. So that is our victory presentation day, Vision to Victory. aligning it with your Ikigai, and am very happy to answer questions or anything that's come through here. And I see that we might have something in the chat here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that was just me.
That was just you. I see that.
I would like to make a comment though. What I really love about what you said was in one of the first slides, I don't remember the exact wording of it, but the thought process that I had around it was that if you're working at a job you hate, it's going to feel more stressful than if you're working at something that you're passionate about. So even if you're working just as hard or possibly even harder, it won't feel like work because you're enjoying it, and it won't give you that overwhelm, that burnout, the stress that that you would have if you're doing something you don't like doing. So I think that's one of the beauties of Ikigai.
Yes, thank you. And that reminds me of a quote I've heard from someone else in the past. Working in your flame, same kind of thing, right?
Ooh,
I'm working in my flame about the things I'm passionate about. I'm not getting caught up in this wax.
Ooh, I love that. That's a great analogy.
Maybe I should add that to this presentation. But yeah, I love it as well. I need to figure out where it came from so I can attribute it correctly if I gotta pull it in. But yeah, it's so true. If you love what you do, it doesn't seem like work.
Mm-hmm.
You get fulfillment from it, so it helps you alleviate the burnout, and great add-in from you, overwhelm, because you're getting enjoyment from it. Sometimes it's hard work. Oddly enough, some of the hardest work I ever did was when I was at American Express, and but we were solving people's problems, and it was like fulfilling, even though we were working hard. So it is a great concept, and for people who have not gotten to that opportunity, definitely recommend you go through this process and then figure out how you can fill that gap.
Love it. Gwen knows a lot about stress, right, Gwen?
Yes.
I know how to help with it, and also how to have a lot of it. Isn't that the way?
Yes, of course. So you're very well versed.
I'm well versed on both sides of it.
Yes. Excellent.
And I've heard of Ikigai. Remind me what Ikigai is, since I when I looked up, I'm like, I set a timer, so I'm always early for things, and the timer, since it came in, and I signed up so late, I did not get a timer.
Well, that is okay. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen again for this one. This particular slide. So Ikigai is going through this thought process. What you love doing, what you get fulfillment from, what does the world need, what are they willing to pay for, and then you combine that into, okay, I love doing this, people need it, they're willing to pay for it, this is what I'm going to do. Is that kind of...
And what so Ikigai isn't it Japanese, and it means something?
It is Japanese, and
it's the next slide. Yeah.
Reason for being.
So it's your purpose. Awesome. Your
Yeah.
reason for being. I love that. So Ikigai is your reason for being. Thank you. Oh, I love that photo. That's beautiful.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It's very calming.
I wonder what giant put those rocks together.
Yeah. I agree. I like it.
Yeah, so it's like the Japanese framework for finding your purpose.
Yes. And it has a whole different, what's what I'm looking for? Context around it, because it's coming at it from a different perspective than perhaps if you guys are familiar with Simon Sinek's Why. That's it comes at it from a different angle. And I love the Ikigai process of that whole, what do I enjoy doing? What am I passionate about? What I love doing? is there a way I can figure out how to make money from that? And it kind of walks you through that. And you start, if you kind of go through this as an exercise, you start kind of do the if then this that. If then that kind of, okay, this piece of it I could make money from, I may need to add something else to make more money or enough money, right? But if you can build any part of what you're doing around what you're passionate about, what gives you fulfillment, as you go into, so as Latara shared, I've been a business owner for 20 plus years now. If I wasn't enjoying what I'm doing, I might not be so happy. So, and I might have changed off to something else. So that is such a blessing to be able to work in what you get fulfillment from, what you enjoy. And oh, by the way, you're making money too. It's I really like that.
I like this very much. You said to take a screenshot, so I did when I first came in, and so I'm seeing it again after you just shared it. This is a way to relieve stress.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Maybe even that when you start stressing that's not what you love. It's like maybe it's something you think you love, and yet when you start trying to give it to someone, like so for me, I know that I'm a dancer, so when I dance, it gives me joy. But when I was younger and I started dancing professionally, it didn't give me joy anymore, so I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And now I dance professionally, and it still gives me joy again.
Interesting.
So there might be something that you love to do, but to do it in front of other people or to give it to other people may be stressful and not be what you love, just because you love it so much. Like, I love to cook, I love to bake, and I have friends that I bake bread and stuff for because it's super specialized, and because I can't do all kinds of things, so I make this bread and it's awesome. And she keeps saying, you need to do a business, people need your bread. And I'm like,
right.
making large quantities of this bread, maybe a few more, but yeah. So I love that, but it's not something that I love. And maybe the world does need that bread. And maybe I could get paid for it. But all of the pieces that go into that to make that bread come to the market would not be fun for me. Someone else would have to do it. And maybe that would work.
Well, no, that is a great example, because to your point, sometimes when you have to do mass quantities or in public, or now there's the stress of performance, whereas when you did it just because you love it, you're not measuring the result, right? You're not measuring the quality of what you're doing. But as soon as you're getting paid for it, that puts in a whole different light.
It does.
Fantastic. Fantastic observation. I love it.
Yes. Thank you so much for that insight. I don't think not everybody has thought about that. The repercussions of turning your hobby into your profession. I love it. Thank you, Gwen.
Yeah, it's a fantastic piece of the puzzle to think about, right?
Yeah. I think the other piece to it is just the fulfillment part, because you might be in the later part of your life going, wow, my life didn't mean anything, or you just find that there's like an empty space inside of like, oh, I should have been doing more with my life or something. So
well, as soon as you were describing that, empty space is what I was thinking about, that you didn't get that fulfillment.
Yes.
You didn't take that break. I know that I'm much happier because I left corporate America and started my own business than I'd be if I was still slaving away at a corporate job, right? So for me, part of that answer was I work as hard as I did then, but it's for myself versus for somebody else, and I'm just getting a piece of the pie instead of the whole pie. So that's another good analogy.
You're fulfilling your own dream instead of somebody else's dream.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I love that. All right. Well, any other questions, Gwen or WW?
And WW, I hope you're getting some value out of this. Maybe just your audio's not working or something.
Yeah. And that's okay.
I'm so glad I showed up. I did get value, even though it was just here at the end, and glad I could contribute.
Well, I'm glad
I'm
you
not
were
even
able
sure.
to make
I think
it.
that I found it on LinkedIn, that I was there trying to be more proactive about my Get It Done loves with LinkedIn. And then I saw this and I'm like, oh, well, anything Latara is doing, I want to know.
Aw, you're so sweet, Gwen. Thank you.
That's
Oh,
very nice.
thanks. Yeah. So
All right.
I'm just glad that I was able to participate for a little bit.
We are
Yeah,
too.
beautiful. And if for anybody here or watching the replay, if you're interested in finding out more, working with us a little bit more closely, helping you solve the problems and putting all the pieces together, we have this Journey to Success program. It is an 8-week group coaching program. We meet once a week on Zoom, and we walk you through a bunch of the foundational pieces for building a successful business. So one of the things that we walk through is time navigation, because one of the things that you need to be able to do if you're going to implement some of these learnings into building your business is you're going to need to find some time to do it. And you might be looking at your calendar going, I can't do this because I don't have the time to do it. So that's why up front we want to show you how to find the time to put this on your calendar, and find these secret maneuvers to maximize your productivity, so you're not spinning your wheels, you're not stuck on the hamster wheel, you're not grinding away for no reason. You're actually getting traction, you're making progress, and you are finding time for even self-care, and that's
Yeah.
something we don't want to sacrifice in the name of all of this. And we're also going to be walking you through the goal setting part of it, so that now that you have maybe Ikigai opened your eyes to what you want to be doing. So we're going to help you not only figure out what the end result looks like, but we'll actually help you build the steps to get there.
Mhm.
And Alice, you can chime in here because I know this is your specialty.
Well, thank you. So I love having that realistic set of goals that are attainable, a little bit of a stretch, but you're going to attain it. And then actually the real planning part of that, which is the next step, is what are the steps to get there? What do you need? What are the resources you need? How much time do you need? And making that a measurable process. You can celebrate the wins, see that you're making advances towards the goal, not just in a year I'll get there, but we measure and celebrate along the way.
I love that.
Thank you.
So we're going to be walking through some of the strategic planning. So this is, like I said before, we're not just creating that vision, the end result, but we're helping you put the pieces together so you're not floundering for 365 days or 364 days, and then at the end, at the 11th hour, you're sitting there going, okay, well, I haven't gotten to where I need to go. How do I
get there?
It's an incremental process. And then this is the new piece that we just added. This is the AI integration. And there's 2 parts to this. Alice, if you could share with us how AI helps the business coaching and consulting part of
it. Well, AI helps you generate ideas, flesh out ideas, be able to get odd enough input that you don't have to find somebody to give you input on, right? It's amazing how AI has the opportunity to answer questions for you, give you an opinion even on things, and then being able to automate follow-up, event registration, thank you. I mean, just all that beautiful piece of things you can put on autopilot and then focus on the part of your business that needs you versus the part that can be done without your touching it every single step of the way.
Yes, thank you. I love that part. That is one of the things we have to be able to do effectively is get unstuck, and figuring out how to use AI to get yourself unstuck. If you have a question or an apprehension about something, it can offer you feedback. So we'll share with you the framework for being able to use AI in that manner. And then we'll also be talking about how to use AI in your marketing efforts, how
Mhm.
to craft some of these automation things, such as email follow-ups, like Alice mentioned, crafting your message, crafting the verbiage for your landing page or your social media page or whatever. It'll actually, you can have a dialogue with it, so it can help you generate these things. It can help you create content for social media. So there's so many ways to use AI as your own virtual assistant, and we're going to help you utilize it as such.
Yeah. So I want to just chime in a second to answer a question
Sure.
that Glenn had in the chat,
Oh, I
which
didn't see
is,
that. Thank you.
that's all right. How it can help you with repetitive tasks. As she, and in her comment, she said we kind of partially answered that. But yeah, those repetitive things like sending reminders, sending emails out, being able to post something new and interesting, and be able to set it up to just do that, generate that. And one thing I really like about it is you can have some great ideas or even some great verbiage and feed it into your AI system of choice and ask it to refine it, punch it up, make it more interesting, make it more sellable, but not salesy. So it augments your own thought process. It, to Latara's point, it helps you get unstuck from something where you're like running around, you're wrapped around the axle trying to figure something out. Latara knows me well enough because we've been working together for a couple of years. I will get wrapped around the axle about too much detail. And it's like, it helps you take that step back and say, nope, that's okay. Make this, make this paragraph I just created into a sentence, kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think another thing is we're going to help you get over the fear of using AI, because I know that is a stumbling block for some people. Is they haven't even tried using AI, like opening up Chat GPT and just playing with it, because people have this fear of tech and a fear of the unknown. So we'll help you demystify AI.
Yes, yes.
And we're also going to be talking about creating a sales funnel. And we're not just talking about we're talking about two different things here, but I'm covering them both in this module, where we're talking about sales funnel as a whole, like people that are strangers entering into your world and becoming a client. And we're also talking about the actual digital space of creating a opt-in page, which leads to a conversion. So we're going to be talking about those, and we're going to give you ideas to help you create that for yourself. And then we're also going to be optimizing your social media profiles, because one of the things that you want to be aware of as a business owner is how you are perceived by people who see your profile. And we want to set you up as the authority, the expert in your field, so that when people check you out for the first time, or if they are reading a post that you posted and they go to your profile to kind of find out more information, that it's helping them through that customer journey, and it's helping them make that decision to work with you.
Mm-hmm. Very
And
important to get to that decision point.
yes, the decision point, exactly. Yes. And then we're also going to be helping you create a lead magnet if you don't already have one, because also as a business owner, one of your key assets is your email list. And if you don't have a CRM, if you don't have an email list, if you haven't even thought about it, this is one of those things that will help you gain followers, gain basically turning strangers into loyal fans, because not everybody who you talk to about your product or service is going to want to sign up right then and there. In fact, it's probably 3% or less. So having them on your email list draws out the amount of time that you are dialoguing with them, so that at some point during that time, instead of just that one instance when you're talking to them, they have that opportunity to say yes. And this is why the lead magnet is so important, because that is bringing them from that social media platform into your world where you can continue that dialogue. So we'll help you with that. So we have 8 weeks total, like again, live sessions on Zoom weekly. And if you sign up right now, or for the replay watchers at the time that you watch this, we will extend it for that as well. We will offer 2 additional bonuses. It's a one-on-one session with Alice, and she will help you with your Alice, why don't you step in and you can share with us what this session is going to help them with.
Okay, so the business triage is to, if you just think about when you pull up to the hospital and triage you, right? It's like, take a look at your business. What are the most critical things to fix first? We're gonna have the biggest impact in a positive way, and compared to that, also what might be having the biggest impact if something's draining your resources. Let's stop the bleeding, and put a good bandage on it to move it into the next phase.
Yes, and one of the things I love about this part of it is sometimes either you don't know what you don't know, or maybe you have a blind spot around a certain thing that Alice will extract out and flip the switch on, so that you're no longer, bleeding out of an area that you don't even know that it's happening.
Right.
So very helpful. And then my session with you will be based on your marketing strategy. How do you put all these pieces together? How do all of the little pieces work to effectively bring in clients? And ultimately, it's hard to be a business owner if you don't have any clients. So that's the
Yes.
goal, is how can you get clients, create an impact, build a legacy, all of those things. And we want to help you figure out how to do that effectively. So for all of these things, you're basically getting 7 courses in one. You're getting the time management, the goal setting, the planning, the AI automation, optimizing your social media profiles, creating lead magnet, creating a sales funnel. And just imagine at the end of 8 weeks, you can have all of these systems in place working for you like a well-oiled machine. And it is $497. However, because you're here today, we have a very special deal just for you. And if you use promo code mid-year 2025, we can reduce that to half the price. So it's less than $250. And just as an added bonus as well, we have an add-on to the order here of a year of group coaching with us. And this is also meeting on Zoom, and will help you implement, help you overcome, increase the accountability so that you're not left to your own devices, which is a huge piece. Alice and I have been meeting weekly for years now, and we are accountability buddies.
Yep.
And it is priceless, because if it left to your own devices, you might not ever get started. So we're going to help you. We're going to hold your hand through the entire process, so that those plans that you create during those 8 weeks, you can actually implement over the course of a year. And the cool part about this is, even though this is normally $11.11, if you add that to the cart, you will notice that that is also 50% off. So for less than the price of a full year of group coaching, you get the full year plus the journey to success. So that comes out to $804 if you want to add that on. So I will go ahead and put the links in the chat, or maybe Alice can. I don't know if you're ready to jump on that, but one of us can do that. And so you can click on there, join that. Our next cohort is starting August 14th. at 5 p.m. Eastern time,
Eastern.
2 p.m. Pacific. And if you can't make it to all of the sessions, that's okay, because we're also going to be providing you with the recordings, lifetime access to the recordings. So you can even go back and revisit it every year to help you create a business plan for every year of your business.
Yes. And of course, being the group coachings will help you get through that next version.
Exactly.
And thank you, Gwen. Appreciate your comment.
Yes, accountability is priceless. I love it. Well, thank you, Gwen. I love your comments.
Yes.
All right. Any questions? Oh, she's holding her tongue. It's okay.
No, I'd say, wow, I want to do this, but I'm already doing this similar elsewhere. Darn.
Oh no.
Probably
Darn.
paying too much.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Aw.
Yeah, it's timing is everything, right?
Unfortunately, that is the case, right?
Yes. Well, I'm sure that there are going to be people that see the replay, or maybe WW, that are like, what the? Yeah, very, very generous with your
Aw, thank you.
mid-year discounts and all that you're offering. People would be very wise to take you up on it. Very.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Gwen.
Yeah, you're welcome, both of you.
appreciate-
Or Alice, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very
Awesome. Well,
much.
thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your input. All right. Well, that about wraps it up. And thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching the replay if you're watching, and hopefully you can get in on this before the next session starts. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to Alice or myself, and we can put that information in the chat. In fact,
Okay.
we didn't even put this link in the chat, did we? Let me do that right now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So here is that link.
I do love how you took them through it live on the order page, so they know what they're going to see. We know what we're going to see. That was really, really helpful. But yeah, and very
Awesome. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
We were actually having the conversation about that right before the meeting, going, well, should we have these in the slides? And it's just like, nah, we'll just take them to the page. So thank you for that
Okay.
input.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
that actually was really, really helpful.
Wonderful.
Thank you for confirming that decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And all right, I put the link and the coupon code in the chat, and then Alice put her information in the chat as well. So if you would like to have a conversation, if you need more input, feedback, or questions answered, we can help you there.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks again. And I hope you can jump in, and thank you, Alice, for the beautiful presentation.
Thank you, Latara. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.